distinguished guests, senior government officials, other dignitaries and friends, namaskar and greetings. It is indeed a pleasure for me to represent the state of Kerala in the August platform. Kerala, the God's own country, with 590 kilometers of coastline, is in the process of devising multi-pronged strategy for development of its maritime sector. During the past few years, Government of Kerala started taking proactive and result-oriented steps in this direction. The Vizhinjam International Seaport, Thiruvananthapuram, is one of the significant steps in this direction. An international transit port with world-class infrastructure is coming up, adjacent to the international shipping route. The state government is proud to partner with the biggest terminal operator in the country, Messrs. Adani Ports, to develop this prestigious port in public-private participation mode. Vizhinjam Transit Terminal is going to be the first mother port in India with a natural depth of 20 meters. With a total investment of 80,500 million rupees, the port will have 800 meters berth and a lead infrastructure to facilitate the handling of 1 million TEU in the first phase. Government of Kerala is spending 234 crores rupees for the funded works and common infrastructure and 2,454 crores rupees by the concessionaire. Government of India is also providing viability gap funding to the tune rupees 817 crores. The state has celebrated the berthing of the first vessel on 15th October 2023. Kerala government is also planning to develop the minor ports under the control of Kerala Maritime Board. Kerala Maritime Board, one of the youngest maritime boards in the country, has also started taking concerted effort to develop the non-major ports in the state. There are 17 non-major ports under the Kerala Maritime Board, out of which Vizhinjam, Kollam, Bepur and Adikal are functional ports. As part of taking the ports with basic facilities to the next level of development and inviting more operators, state government successfully completed prerequisitions and obtained the ISPS compliance certificate of DG shipping. Vizhinjam and Bepur have immigration checkpoint status, and the efforts are on to get the same for Kollam and Adikal ports too, that foreign ships could call these ports hassles-free. Among others is also celebrated for its exquisite coastal status. Cruise tourism is one of the untapped frontiers in our tourism landscape. In the coming future, the non-major ports of Kerala will view a spurring cruise tourism. Kerala Maritime Board will develop world-class cruise terminals with a view to attracting cruise operators from within and outside the country. The unexplored coast of Kerala will also open opportunities for recreational and hospitality sectors. The unexplored coast of Kerala will also open opportunities for recreational and hospitality sectors. The state is currently undergoing a transformation phase and is aiming at promoting a knowledge-based industry. Kerala government and Maritime Board strives to make Kerala a hub of maritime education, training and research. Within our portfolio, Kerala Maritime Board will launch 2 prestigious maritime institutes with state-of-the-art infrastructure located in the vicinity of Arabian Sea, one at Kodangalur and another at Nindagara. Kerala Maritime Board envisions fostering global investments in maritime sector with the aim of bolstering the state's economy. We are looking forward to join hands with global partners to develop Kerala's unexpected maritime assets and promote cargo and passenger movement, coastal and beach tourism and maritime education sectors, fisheries and food processing sectors, development and operation of our ports. I would like to thank you this opportunity to make a point to the Government of India to consider enhancing the central share in centrally sponsored scheme like Sagarmala for state like Kerala to ensure quality investment and tap the potential of blue economy. Once again, I welcome all the prospective investors to Kerala for tapping the vast development potential in the maritime sector and making Kerala marine sector into a blue economy. I also request each one of you to visit the pavilion set up by Kerala to have a first-hand view of what Kerala has, what Kerala can offer, and why Kerala is waiting for you. अभी केरला में भी अपन शुरू किया है ये आपको आप लोग को मालूम है पहले तो ये सेक्टर में अपन उतना आगे नहीं था आजकल अपन अभी आगे चलने के लिए सोच रहा है हमको तो मालूम है बाहर गांव में बहुत तो केरला वाला ये सेक्टर में काम करने वाला है इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए तैयार भी है अपन दुबई में एक इन्वेस्टर्स मीट किया था बहुत लोग उसमें इंटरेस्ट करके आया था अभी वो लोग का सामने अभी एक रखना सोचता हूँ अभी पीपीपी से पूरा सेक्टर में काम करने को तैयार है आप लोग को अपन केरला में इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए इन्वाइट करने को चाहता है सब लोग को धन्यवाद शुक्रिया
Distinguished guests on and off the dais and experts and well-wishers present here. See, our minister, Port Minister, Sri Ahmed Devarhul, has informed you about the feasibility and the progress that's going on in Kerala. As he has mentioned about the Vizhinjam port and all other things, now there are more facilities in Kerala for the investors. Now I would like to point out on two or three things only. Because as if all of us know, Kerala has a waterway of 616 kilometers. And now the government has decided to develop the waterway and make it a full-fledged functional one. That is from Kovalam to Baikal, the one end of Kerala to the other end of Kerala. Now almost all the stretches are being dredged and it will be ready by 2024. So now the waterway is going to be one of the important area in the angle of tourism and industries and also transport. So now there is a good opportunity for the boat constructors and suppliers for investment in Kerala. You may not find a state where you are having 616 kilometer waterway from one end to another. It's an extraordinary area as far as Kerala is concerned and India is concerned. So now the government has it's a dream project of Honorable Chief Minister, and he is monitoring it every week. And almost all the reaches is completed. Now there are only few areas which are to be completed, which will be completed by 2024. After the launching of this Kovalam Baikal 616 kilometer waterway, Kerala will be having a very important position in the tourism sector, industry sector, and also in the transport sector. Now also there is a wonderful development is going on in Kerala that is from one end to another, and that is a national highway development, which is also be completed by 2024. And another advantage for the coastal area is there is a coastal highway is also coming in Kerala. So Kerala is witnessing a wonderful development in almost all the areas. So where mostly I would like to welcome you to think about the Kerala, this waterway, which is from Kovalam to Baikal. Then another thing what we discussed between myself and the Honorable Minister for Port, and also we had discussion with the Honorable Central Minister regarding the scope of a passenger ship from Gulf countries to Kerala. As all of us know, Kerala, thousands and thousands of people are working in Gulf countries. lakhs of people. So there is a hindrance for our people to come over to Kerala. That's a hike in the air freight charges. That is too much. Some in seasonal times, they charge 30,000-40,000 rupees. Otherwise, it will come only be less than 10,000. But now, for the people, because of the hike during the, Kerala is almost every time it's a festival season time. So Bakri, the Ramzan, Christmas, Onam, Puja, like that. People want to come to Kerala and go back to Gulf countries in every season, frequently in almost all. But the hike in the air freight, that is a hindrance for the people to come over there. So there is a very good chance for operation of a passenger ships from Gulf countries, especially Sharjah or Dubai, to Cochin and Baipur ports. Now I do not know whether there will be facility for Vizhinjam, whether there can also be can be taken as a destination. So there is, of course, passengers. There will be thousands of passengers to travel from Gulf countries to Cochin and Kerala and back to Gulf countries, especially Sharjah and Dubai. It may take hardly 2 or 3 days only. But the difference of charge will be very, very, very much. There will be a huge difference. So people will naturally opt for the travel through sea. So where I think somebody can explore the possibilities and think about operating such a ship, passenger ship between Kerala and the Gulf country. Then another thing about the ministers stated about the maritime boats work in Kerala. Now I am representing Trivandrum city. I am the MLA of Trivandrum city also, wherein we have a historical pier, Valiyudara Pier, which was a port, which was built in 1821. And that the pier has 200 meters length. This now it was built in 200 years back. Now we have about 5.5 acres land that is just adjacent to the airport. From there you can go to the airport, domestic and international airport, within 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And to the international Vizhinjam port within 15 to 20 minutes. So it is located in such a strategical area. And now we have decided to operate it under PPP model. So it's a good area for investment. It's in the heart of the city, Trivandrum capital city, and very adjacent to the airport and very near to the Vizhinjam, newly coming up Vizhinjam International or Vizhinjam port. So that's also an opportunity for investors. So now at this point, I would speak to you about only these 2 or 3 projects, and in this angle only. Now we can discuss further about this, and we can explore the possibilities of these 3-4 projects. And there is a huge chance for the investors in Kerala in all these 3 sectors. So if we can think about this and think about these 2-3 sectors, there is great opportunity for the investors. So I would like to request you to put your heads together and plan projects in these areas, which will give wonderful scope for the investors. And government is willing to give all cooperation support who come forward for these areas. Now, Kerala has different phase now, because I say now means, now you can't see Hartal in Kerala. Some investors were frightened and afraid about, every day Hartal is. I think now for the last after the first Pinarayi Sarkar and now the second Pinarayi Sarkar has come out, within these 7 years, you might have witnessed only 1 or 2 Hartals. Previously it was not like that. Every year you may witness weekly Hartal, monthly Hartal and all those. So it's a tremendous change. And also you can see that in Kerala, Now there are no strikes by the employees or trade unions. Now everything's are settled in on table. So it's a very good atmosphere now. It's a very good atmosphere for the investors. So that change you have to accept. It's God's own country. Now the climate is always very good. And all the infrastructure facilities are very much in high rate in Kerala. It's going up very well. So we as ministers request you to come and enjoy and invest in Kerala, and there's a huge potential area now, Kerala, in all these sectors. So thank you for being here with us, and I would request you to think about all this and think about Kerala and come to Kerala and invest in Kerala, and we give all our support, we extend all our support, and thank you very much.
While we are loading the presentation, Honorable Minister Shri Ahmed Devarkovil ji, sir, Honorable Minister Shri Anthony Raju ji, respected Secretary Shri Srinivas, Chairman of Kerala Maritime Board Shri Pillai, Shri Srijit, Dr. Abdullah, Shri Radhakrishnan, Chairman of Cochin Shipping Yard, delegates, friends, and people who genuinely love Kerala. Do pardon my little, if I do miss it, but I'm just coming back excited from a wonderful occasion on the 15th of October at the shores of Viringam, on the beautiful city of Tiruvananthapuram, on the shores of God's own country at Kerala. So therefore, Ella Varakam Ennati Namaskaram. The first thing that comes to you when you are born in India and you're aware of this ancient land and the peninsula, which stands at a very unique position between the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, and the blue waters, the azure blue waters of the Indian Ocean, the first thing that strikes to you about this beautiful land and the more beautiful people, a representative of whom you see on the dais over here and over here, is the confluence of an ancient maritime history and the harbinger of the future. What is this ancient maritime history? One that has attracted from the world people to come to the shores of Kerala, not merely the spices, but the spice that is within the people of Kerala. They're very beautiful, very passionate. Waves of migration have lent that trade and commerce define the way the world moves. If you look at globalization today, you will realize that India's contribution through the Arabian Sea and the traders in carrying the scientific community of zero and the world arithmetic changes. But Kerala is not mere arithmetic and geometry. Kerala is about passion of the people. A small representation of the 15th I saw, and when people ask, have you been to a difficult state? Honorable Minister Sri Anthony Raju was mentioning about strikes. No. When we undertook this project in 2015, we made a promise on behalf of the chairman of Adani Group, Shri Gautam Adani, to the people of Kerala, represented then by Honorable late Chief Minister Shri Oman Chandy, and carrying the tradition today with the wonderful leadership of Honorable C. Pinnarai Vijayan ji, we made a promise we'll complete this in 1,000 days. That was a learning for us. Cyclone Oki did not break our backbone. Super floods once in a century in 2018 did not break our backbone. A floods of 2019 gave us a greater resolve. COVID made us believe that along with the love and outpouring of affection of the people of Kerala, and Honorable Minister Shri Ahmed Devarkovil, sir, the project is personally indebted to you. I was told when we were on 15th, the Honorable Minister is a minister later, but a CEO of the project first. the kind of monitoring he does. Every week, whether we fail to be at the project site, he's at the project site, every single micromanagement that a CEO would do, and I think I should learn a few lessons from you, sir, as to how the project has to be managed. Sir, thank you so much, and many congratulations to you. So when we began this project, and I'll show you a glimpse of that, it is a harbinger of the future of India, not merely Kerala. Please understand, the world after globalization has significantly changed to do trade and commerce through what is called containerized cargoes. Never for a moment believe that this 500-long coastline of the Malabar and the opportunities it provides and the globalization that comes, which means world trade is no longer in dhows which we carry the culture, but also in large modern vessels which carry containerized cargo. Nearly 20 million that India did, and I'm very humbled and privileged to state that about 6.64 of that came to Mundra only, which means a third of the containers that come to the country come to this EXIM gateway of Mundra. So we made a resolve. We will not just make a Mundra, we will recreate a land of opportunity, because here is a harbinger of a modern maritime tradition that will establish when we put up a transshipment port. And why is it important? Nearly 40% of India's transshipment cargo, unfortunately, does not come, it evades the Indian shores, as a result of which the flight of money, the flight of forex, and the flight of opportunities goes to various adjacencies in the Indian Ocean, starting from Port Klang to Singapore to Colombo to Jebel Ali, etc., etc. If the world is improving, can we not bring the world to Kerala? So it is my proud privilege to announce, as you see the project called the Birmingham International Seaport, which is not merely a port. It is going to be, as I said, a curtain raiser for everything that will be modern, aspiring in the Indian shores. Can we go to the second, please? And as I take you through this, and I won't make it a narrative to begin on that, I wish to tell you as to what this project is all about. So we started construction in 2015, and I have personally been in the port sector when I was doing a deputation in the major port in Paradeep, to have visited Cochin, to have visited Thiruvananthapuram, to have gone to the beautiful places and realize as to what Kerala is awaiting, and through Kerala's aspiration, what India is awaiting for these long years. It took us more than 20 years to realize and to seed this dream. Eventually, when the dream was seeded and it took shape, and I told you the various difficulties that we encountered, but never a moment of doubt. Please proceed. If you can see now, and you will realize as to why I say this is so very important from the geographical convergence of opportunities. Deep down at Thiruvananthapuram, 10 nautical miles from the international shipping lanes that go from the Far East into Middle East and then there forward to Europe, is the busiest shipping line of the world. Because on one side, we have the Southeast Asia and China driving trade along the Indian shores, but not visible. And Indian trade and cargo, which is produced, and the fact that we're going to be a manufacturing hub, and India's moment has arrived in the world. If we have to seize this moment, we cannot do it without the presence of Vizhinjam Seaport. And to the state of Kerala, our salutations and thanks for giving us this opportunity, sir, to be there. It is not incidental that India's largest port operator, the Adani Ports and SEZ, have been carefully chosen through competitive bidding through a fair, transparent process to be the chosen partner for developing Kerala's port. And here, please proceed. Here, when you look at it, at Vizhinjam, you see, closer to the east, to the western shores of Sri Lanka is Colombo, and the fact that Colombo is a magnet to drive India's cargoes over there, not coming to Thiruvananthapuram, was the necessity for this project. Therefore, this project has been adequately seeded. Please proceed. And what do we wish to do with this project? We are not looking, and can you proceed, please? Please concentrate on the presentation kindly. When we are looking you would know that at this place of Thiruvananthapuram is one of the deepest sea locations. We have a natural draft of more than 18 to 20 meters, which beckon the best and the deepest vessels of the world. The deepest vessels today are such which are called either mainline or mother vessels, which carry a glimpse of which we saw in Mundra at 399 meters. Can you believe what it is? It's about more than 3 football fields. And for a football crazy state like Kerala, Vijayan being one footballer that I used to adore during my school days, and if you can imagine, you would require the Messis and Ronaldos to kick from one side of the ship to the other side, more than 3 football fields. And carrying how much? More than 22,000 containers. Such ships don't come easily to India unless they're attracted by the potential and the ability to do these cargoes. This is what Vizhinjam Port is going to do in a short future. And what is the future going to be? An ideal place, deep draft, on the coastline, adequate employment opportunities, and you will be, sir, very delighted to know when we have sent out that we wish to man and have people coming, the excitement is palpable in Jebel Ali and Dubai. People wish to come back to work, and every time we have sent an employment notice, the excitement, and they say that is my port. So the convergence of my port and our port is so beautiful that we will be having close to more than 5,500 employment opportunities directly and even more indirectly as the port commissions. On 15th, when we got the largest cranes of the world, which are fit to do moves, more than 30 moves an hour, and that's what we wish to do, an efficient modern port. Without that, we cannot survive. And that's exactly what we are doing in Mundra and in our various terminals. So such kind of cranes, and it is also going to be India's first semi-automated port. So you will agree with me, the House will agree with me, that the wait for this port has been long, but well-deserved. I would seek your patience for not more than another 6 or 8 months when we commission this port and the first vessel carrying multiple containers, which are basically boxes of hope, boxes of trade that will come to the shores of this beautiful port. Please go ahead. Besides that, when I saw the location, you will understand the opportunity for bunkering in India. That means vessels going from Far East to Middle East and thereafter. They do not take bunker in Indian shores. They take bunker in Colombo, outside Indian's territorial waters. This port will give us the opportunity to place ourselves not just for ports visiting us in our port, but for international shipping lane ports, we will start bunkering. And during COVID, when we had relaxations, the amount of crew changing for international crews that we were doing in the port of Vizhinjam was an predecessor of what is actually going to come. Please go ahead. Yeah, just come back, come back. So you can see, last slide please. You can see over here as to what it is going to mean when the various distances from the ports and how we will be able to attract the cargoes. Not just from west of India, from Mundra, from Hazira, from JNP port in Mumbai, in this beautiful city that we are, from Dighi, from Colombo, from Karikal, from Katupalli, and also our initiative on the BIMSTEC region, where we will take feeder services and come to our ports in eastern India, such as Dhamra, Gangavaram, and then further carry. So what is Vizhinjam all about? It's an aggregator port. An aggregator not just of containers, an aggregator of opportunities. Here will be a confluence. Already on 15th, we had multiple shipping lines, trade lines, EXIM operators, respective governments from the Middle East. The excitement it has created of the first vessel, many people were naysayers. Would you actually get a first vessel? And when we did, the entire tide of, it has entirely changed in favor of the port. Now, no longer are people asking, when is the first vessel? People are asking, when is the first mother going to come? You waited along for the mother vessel. It's just 6 or 8 months away when she comes to the shores. And at that point of time, do not be shy of putting your hands together for the beautiful team of Kerala who are making this possible. Please go ahead. This is some details. You would also be very happy to note this port has certain unique features. It has the longest and the deepest breakwater in India, close to 4 kilometers. It is as if you are taming the sea, and it is not easy to tame the sea. Such people who attempt to tame the sea and nature must be born in Kerala with a Kerala spirit in there. Enough spices that you must eat, you must have that spirit with you. So we will tame the Arabian Sea, which we have. As I speak to you, more than close to 2,500 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers, which 2,500 meters of the breakwater is adequately completed. When it finishes of more than 4 kilometers, and as Honorable Minister said, with more than 800 meters of quay length, and we are not going to be satisfied with that. Already the world's shipping lines, and we have many of them. We have a terminal in Mundra, which is with MSC. There is excitement of the world's biggest shipping lines, MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Lines, the world's largest shipping line, followed by CMA, followed by Maersk. All of them have sought to come here carrying their mainline vessels. And when it does happen, as I told you, they will be within the sheltered waters of this 4 kilometer. There are many other important things, but please remember, as the first semi-automated terminal, you will be proud to know such a terminal will be unique in the world, and there are very few. We don't wish to make it an entirely automated till we have captured the entire essence of it. But as a semi-automated terminal, you will have, because today you are talking of technology, you're talking of digitalization, you're talking of many things together. This will be an apex representation of everything being together. So when you say semi-automated, you will have the ability to run the cranes with a joystick at a remote location with absolute precision. Such precision that perhaps require Chandrayaan to go to the moon, such precision that requires the beautiful, launching sites we have in Kerala itself. Please go ahead. This is a picture of the phase 1, and we are nearly over here at 2,500 meters. And when we go to 4 kilometers, look at phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. It should embolden and hearten you that we are not going to stop in phase 1. We have already started processing for all the regulatory frameworks to go to the phase 4, and this is how the beautiful yard will look in the future. It will be an absolute land of opportunities in this port. Please go ahead. So I would not get you details. Those of you who are keen, we can just pass it on to you. Please go ahead kindly. This is exactly what Zhenzhou 15 looked like when she called on the 15th of October and was received very proudly by Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala in the presence of Sri Karanadhani ji. So I thank each one of them. The dimensions of the ship, what she was carrying, and very soon the second, third, fourth shipments are already being planned. The second shipment should be coming very soon, followed in quick succession by the others, please. Please go ahead. The construction progress, I have already spoken adequately, will not bore you with that. Other speakers will certainly speak on that. But also, it has tested our dredging might, and we are very happy to say that we not only will dredge this, we'll also dredge the adjoining fishing harbors, and a fishing harbor at Mutlapodi, which we are constantly dredging, so that when we do come in, we believe that we just don't come to do commerce. We want to go into God's country with a growth of goodness story. Please go ahead. Please go ahead kindly. This is, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together where the Honorable CM is receiving the first vessel in presence of our Honorable Minister. This is the phase where the support from the central government in terms of, besides the VGF, in constructing roads, and soon enough, we will be having a rail. One of the most challenging rail connectivities, though it is only 12 kilometers, nearly 9 of them will come through a tunnel. So when we say the Vizhinjam project, it is the WISL, the Adani Vizhinjam project, the Government of India through NHAI, the Indian Railways, and many together which make this project a reality. Please go ahead. Please go ahead kindly. Please go ahead. So these are again snippets. I don't wish to. Please quickly go ahead kindly. Yeah. Come back to the last one. You can see the Honorable CM's quote over here. The Vizhinjam project is a testament to the fact that nothing is impossible. If everyone comes together, this port is a rarity. The potential it offers is beyond our comprehension. I will say not beyond our comprehension, but certainly within our imagination. I always say well within our effort zone and well within our commanding zone. And in addition, I'd like to sum up by saying, when Karanadhani ji said, that in being to the first exclusive transshipment port, Villingham will make history as the first semi-automated container terminal. It will be a global bunkering hub, a clean, green fuel like hydrogen, ammonia. We are keen to commence phase 2, and he finally signed off saying this would not have been possible but for the outpouring of support, love, affection. It is as if we have made a heart in Kerala's spirit, and Kerala has given us an opportunity to go to their hearts as we welcome them. Thank you. Salutation to each of you very much. Pardon my, what should I say? Nanne Namaskaram. Thank you.